The following opinions are solely those of BoatTEST.com and its test captain.
Hi, Captain Steve for BoatTEST.com, and today I'm on an all-new model from Boston Whaler, the 250 Outrage. This one is powered by a pair of 225 horsepower Mercury Verados, so let's see how they've done as I do a performance evaluation.
We'll start with a look at some of our operational features. Inside the console, the battery switches, main breakers, and ignitions are to the aft bulkhead, and forward are the batteries.
To both sides of the bow, 8-inch cleats plus nav lights are all into recessed molded areas. In the center of the bow, we have a quick windlass with a flush-mounted stainless steel anchor roller. There is a cleat for securing the anchor rod. Hatch just to the side opens up flush to take the strain off of the hinges. Underneath, we've got the control for the quick windlass. There's another control at the helm. And of course, we have easy access to the rod for managing tangles. In the center of the cockpit deck, one of my favorite features on Boston Whaler, this innovative pump room that gives you easy access to the bilge pumps, livewell pumps, steering pumps, everything readily accessible for service.
The helm features an upholstered brow over a gray panel. Just above, the compass is mounted in line with the helm. Rocker switches are in 3 groups across the top of the panel. Our test boat was fitted with a 15-inch Raymarine display with a 4-inch SmartCraft engine display alongside. Storage is to the right-hand side of the panel, and it includes both a 12-volt accessory plug and a USB input that connects to the Fusion stereo that is also Bluetooth capable. To the left are the engine start-stop switches. The stainless steel wheel is mounted to a tilt base, and I appreciate the steering knob. The VHF is mounted to the side of the console. To the right of the wheel are the Lenco trim tabs, the digital throttle and shift with its host of features. Below, there is both a footrest for operating while we're sitting, as well as a recessed tow area for when standing at the helm. And there's excellent visibility through the 3-sided windshield integrated into the premium hardtop. A powered vent is at the top. A windshield wiper is included. Handholds run the length of both sides. Now, let's get in the water and see how she performs. The Boston Whaler 250 Outrage has a length overall of 25 feet 5 inches, a beam of 9 feet, and a draft of 20 inches. With an empty weight of 5,350 pounds, 48% fuel, 2 people, and test power, we had an estimated test weight of 7,608 pounds. With a pair of 225 horsepower Mercury Verados turning 14 5/8 by 17 inertia props, we reached the top speed of just under 50 miles an hour at 6,000 RPM. At that speed, the 46.1 gallon per hour fuel burn gave us a range of 167 miles. Best economic cruise was reached at 4,000 RPM and 30.6 miles per hour. With the fuel burn at 18.6 gallons per hour, that speed produced a range of 255 miles, all while holding back a 10% reserve of the boat's 172-gallon total fuel capacity. We reached planing speed in 3.1 seconds, accelerated to 20 miles per hour in 4.8 seconds, and 30 came and went in 7.5. When accelerating the 250 Outrage, she shows a minimal bow rise which produces no loss of visibility to the horizon. Once on plane, I brought the trim up just a few clicks to get her into her best running attitude. When turning, she leans 10 degrees into the turn and keeps an entry point right about midships. She has sporty performance in that she responds smartly to the helm, and a bit of slide in the turn allows her to come around quickly. Running back and forth through the wakes of our chase boat turned out to be revealing. Her double lifting strakes and reverse chines serve to keep the spray down low and well off to the sides. She tends to go over the waves as much as going through them, and with her stem extending way forward, she has a cushioned re-entry, gaining her buoyancy quickly. But this is a Boston Whaler, and they're supposed to be able to take more than the average boater dishes out. So, to test that, we headed offshore in 4 to 6 foot chop to dish it out. In head seas, she would show some solid hull slap at moderate speeds, no surprise there. But when coming off a wave, she'll exhibit a gentle re-entry. We'd brace for a hard landing that would never come. In beam seas, she was much more forgiving, and now we could bring the power in and ride across the waves. Certainly, if we had to get anywhere in these conditions, running across these seas would be the way to go. In following seas, it's even better, with the 250 showing no hint of stuffing the bow, regardless of how hard we drove her into the forward waves. This, of course, aided by the 44-inch freeboard at the bow and 33 inches at the stern. So all in all, in my opinion, I was able to drive this boat harder than most in class, and she was not only able to take whatever I dished out, she kept me safe and able to tolerate the hard ride without having to maintain a death grip to keep me in position. Definitely a boat that can easily venture beyond coastal conditions. While she may not be an overnighter to the canyons, it's her range and not her abilities that dictate how far offshore to take her.
Comfortable features, the handling that we've come to expect from the brand, all coming together in the 250 Outrage from Boston Whaler. And that's my performance evaluation for BoatTEST.com. I'm Captain Steve. We'll see you on the water.